The U.S. military banned half their Russian students from speaking not a word for an entire month. 6 hours a day of training, mouths completely shut. Those silent soldiers ended up 11% better at speaking than everyone who practiced out loud. Sit with that for a second. Silence beat practice. Every guru, every app, every polyglot influencer screams the same thing. Speak from day one. Get out there. Just talk to people. And if you're an introvert, you've probably internalized this as proof that something is wrong with you. Too shy, too anxious, too stuck in your head. But the military proved it. The silent group won. So why is everyone screaming at you to do the opposite? Because the language learning industry is built by extroverts for extroverts. Apps want daily streaks that feel like progress. Influencers want content that looks impressive, somebody chatting confidently with a native after 3 months. But looking impressive and actually acquiring a language are two completely different things. And there's something none of them understand about your brain. Your neurochemistry is different. Fundamentally different. Extroverts run on dopamine, the party drug. It spikes when you get likes, when someone laughs at your joke, when conversation flows. They're wired to chase this hit constantly. Without external stimulation, they feel bored, hollow, restless. You run on acetylcholine, the quiet one. It activates during focus, reflection, and deep memory consolidation. It doesn't care about social validation. It only cares about encoding information permanently into long-term memory. While the extrovert needs a dopamine rush from conversation to stay engaged, your brain is chemically rewarded by flashcards, vocabulary apps, silent reading, that activity that bores them to death. Your neurochemistry thrives there. This isn't personality, it's hardware, and it gets worse for them. Inside every language learner's brain, there's something called the monitor, an internal editor that scans your sentences before you speak, checking them against everything you know about grammar. Introverts are natural high monitors. That pause before you speak, the awkward hesitation that makes you feel stupid in conversation, that's your internal editor doing quality control, catching errors before they escape your mouth. Extroverts bypass the monitor completely. They prioritize conversational flow over accuracy. And every single time they confidently say something wrong, they myelinate that neural pathway, training their brain that the mistake is the correct form. Now here's where it gets dark. There's a name for what happens to these people, Terminal 2+. In government language, testing level 2+ means you can handle most social situations. Cocktail party fluent. Sounds great, right? But terminal means stuck there permanently. The errors have fossilized. They've practiced their mistakes so many thousands of times that the mistakes have become unfixable. These people will speak broken Spanish for the rest of their lives. And the worst part? They'll never understand why they can't improve. There was a study. Introverts versus extroverts. Grammar accuracy. Complex sentence structure. 18% of introverts hit the highest tier. Want to guess the percentage of extroverts who match them? 0. Not low, not a handful, 0. None of them could produce accurate, complex sentences. And somehow, you're the one being told you're doing it wrong. Watch how the trap actually works. An extrovert says something broken. "Me go store yesterday." The native speaker understands, smiles politely, conversation continues. The extrovert's brain floods with dopamine. "My Spanish works! They understood!" But here's what they miss. That polite smile isn't feedback. It's a trap. Every successful communication with broken grammar is teaching the brain that broken grammar is correct. The smile cements the error. The dopamine locks it in. And now they'll say, "Me go store" for the next 20 years. You don't fall into that trap. Your anxiety, that fear of embarrassing yourself, it's not holding you back. It's protecting you. Quality control. It forces certainty before you speak, shielding your neural pathways from garbage. That hesitation making you feel slow? Processing time. Your brain accessing the correct conjugation instead of guessing. Building on bedrock instead of sand. The people who actually reach mastery? They look exactly like you. Steve Kaufman speaks over 20 languages, one of the most respected names in the polyglot world. For months, with a new language, he just reads and listens. No speaking. He calls the pressure to speak early intrusive and stressful and counterproductive to actual acquisition. Alexander Arguelles might be the most technically proficient polyglot alive, encyclopedic command of dozens of languages. His signature technique is shadowing, walking alone outside, headphones in, repeating audio to himself. No conversation partners, no social feedback. Solitary drilling, hour after hour. Kato Lam was one of the world's first simultaneous interpreters. 16 languages. She learned primarily through novels. Books, not people, were her teachers. See the pattern? The masters don't force premature output. They honor the silent period. They build the engine completely before ever trying to drive the car. The extrovert is crashing a unicycle in the street while you're building a Ferrari in the garage. So here's your permission slip. Stop trying to become someone you're not. Stop forcing yourself into conversations that make you want to abandon the language entirely. Stop taking advice from people whose brains are wired completely differently than yours. You're not broken. Your silence is calibration. Your hesitation is precision engineering. Your love of reading and listening while everyone yells at you to just talk? That's exactly how the science says languages are actually acquired. Yeah, the extroverts got a head start. Louder, more visible. They seem confident. They make content. They get the followers. But confidence without competence is just noise. You're not the slow learner. You're the one doing it right. The sniper in a room full of people spraying bullets and hitting nothing. Keep your mouth shut a little longer. When you finally speak, and you will, you won't be performing broken sentences for polite smiles. You'll be unleashing the engine you built in silence. And while they're still stuck at Terminal 2+, wondering why they can't get any better, you'll already be fluent.